This is day 423 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. I'd like to sponsor upcoming share or more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Please contact me directly. It'd be very greatly appreciated. They were doing Simon Reish Pei Vav, Sif Beis, the Simon Reish Pei Vav, Sif Ches. And we're in the middle of talking about Musaf. And he's speaking about Tikanta Shabbos. Now, I have an essay which I wrote several years ago, I think from Mayan, for whom, about Tikanta Shabbos, whether it's with a kuf or with a kaf, and where it has to do with whether the Shabbos is given, what aspect of Shabbos is given Mara, aspect of Shabbos is given Har Sinai, and if anybody wants to have a mimer, it's in Hebrew, then please contact me directly. I'll be very happy to email it to you. It's also available on my website at academia.edu. So, Tikanta Shabbos, Arukh HaShulchan spells it here with a chaf, which everybody spells except I believe from Nusach Ari. Pi ala base lemafreya, based on ala base backwards. Tashrak tzapas nimlach yatchaz v'hadag ba. People don't necessarily realize that. Tikanta Shabbos is each word is a descending letter of the ala base. Remez is that Tavshin Reish Kuf Tashrak. The allusion to such a order is based on the pasuk Al Shem Ashrak Eshakolem Bakatem. I will whistle to them and I will gather them up. Zachar is from Zechariah Yud Ches. That's the Tashrak part. Tapas is based on Yifu Ha'arima Sis. The mountains will drip with ripe fruit, which is from Yoel Dal Yud Ches. The Tzaf Kemotaf, meaning that the tzaf is to like kaf in that the plus says eat food. Tzaf is similar. Shamasikus yut tzafin b'chol makom. Sweetness will float up everywhere. Nimlach, that reminisces for Yah Hashem Lamelech. A person is chayav daled tes. So that's that next part of the backwards order. Yatchaz yatush chem echad lo. They will incline one shoulder to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's based on Spaniel Gimel Tes. V'chaz Lashon Chozeh. That's to perceive. Ki Ayin Bayin Yir'u. Because when the Gula comes, people see it eye to eye. And that's Yishayim and Beis Ches. Ki Ayin Bayin Yir'u B'Shuv Hashem Tzion. V'hadag Ba. Yabo Liv Yason V'chru Olav Chaverim. There's based on Eov Mem Lamed, the Livyason will come, and there will be a great banquet upon it among those who are Chaverim, friends, or in this case, people who are B'nai Torah. That is all from the Beis Yosef, and I never saw this before. Umatovia ben Nuschas Asfaras Faradim, Az Misinan Itztavu Paleh Tzibui Paleh Kora Ui. And the Sephardim have a better nusach in the next few words, because then it comes out to Misinai, Yisabutsu Balekroi, Sheshvat Osios Mansapach. Those are the letters Mansapach. This, of course, is the 5 letters in Hebrew alphabet which have Osios Sophios. Mansapach Unavim. Mansapach, it says that Navim instituted Mansapach, those letters, and also it refers to Nevi'im as in Kamomin Sofim, like it comes from the gazers, which is another name for a Navi. The Isa Reish Megillah, as it says at the beginning of Masechus Megillah. Does that mean Nisinayin Itztavu? This is the language here is Matzapach Sofim on Maroon, by the way. But Nisinayin Itztavu Kamashkulam Nisinai, even though it was the Nevi'im who were Mechadeshin, it's a cause of Yistum. Everything comes from Sinai. V'tikanti yesh basim b'kuf, lashon tikun yesh b'kaf lashon anochi tikanti. Some say it with a kuf, which means to institute, and some say with kaf, which means to give content. And again, that's the basis of my statement on my mimer about tikanta versus tikanta, which is whether the Sinai was mutukan, or Sinai was given, was enacted, or Sinai was given content. Okay, but again, Shameless self-promotion, available upon request. The explanation with the Zard, it's Kabbanas Perisha. It means it's coming to say that even though there's Malacha involved Kabbanas, nevertheless, you bring on Shabbos to bring the Kabbanas of the day. Inami, or else Kabbanas Musay Shabbos Hem Ratzon. Or else it refers to the Karbanos of Musaf Shabbos, which, unlike any other day of Musafim, has no chatas. They ain't by Messiah Soil chatas. Completely the Ratzon, there's no chatas whatsoever. Tivisa Perushem Sidurein Sochel, you commanded its interpretations with the. Yes, I thought so. Shulchan Panim Yivusu back at Chesus Uavas Kos Nakios Ves Kisos Hanosech. Those are little pipes, half pipes, which separate between the lechem hapanim. So that's how the Beis Yosef interprets it. Yes, and the Elamar Perusheha. Oh, I see. The way he's learning the Beis Yosef, the Tivisa Peruseha means how it's spread out. That's how lechem is spread on the table. The way Arukh HaShulchan said is yes, and the Elamar Perusheha. No, on the contrary, he wants to say the Shaisim says Tzibur Kamasam Mefurashim Ba. You see the Arukh HaShulchan says yes, and the other Lama Peruseha B'Sin Smalis Lashon Vayfrosis all al Mishkan. You spread the tent over the Mishkan. Kenkam Prisas Lechem Hapanim. Also, it's referring to the spreading of Lechem Hapanim on the Shulchan Im Sochel with the remains of its libations. Hema Bazichim. They are the Bazichin, which, according to this, is the not referring to the tubes, but it's referring to the containers which had the frankincense. Those who enjoy Shabbos will get eternal honor. These Psikta, it says in the Medrash called the Psikta. It says Psikta Rav Kahana. In the merit of three things, which first brings down, it's only two things, whatever that is, and he only brings down one here. The merit of these things, Am Yisrael has oned before Hashem. This was Shabbos, in the merit of Shabbos. You receive Osti Sarek Hashem, and you're going to have pleasure before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if you keep Shabbos properly, it's Mishayim Nun Chesed Dalet. Tomer Chaim Zachu, those who taste of it merit life. Hamachabim Asamini Machol Matamim, those who honor the Shabbos with types of food and delicacies. Yesh Tovim Litom Tavshem Erev Shabbos, and in fact, this is a source of people tasting the food Erev Shabbos, the food for Shabbos. Kamo Shemavakish Melech Al Shulchano, which is like somebody who invites a king to come to his table. Shemuchrach Ritom Mikolim Imutov Lechol, who has tasted previously prior to Shabbos. It's good to eat. One of the more amusing capitalist things I've seen is Tamea platters sold in kosher supermarkets where you get to taste, although at a price and not the same food necessarily cooked at home, Shabbos food. Gamo, and of course the minute is to say Tamea Chan Zochel when tasting the dishes on Erev Shabbos. Gamo Vingvarel, you love a chorut. Those who love its words shows greatness. Nearly, Arukh gives his interpretation here. The Yirmiyah Perek Zayin Pasuk Chav Dal Chav Hey. See, it says Vayoyim Shama B'Gomer L'Kadosh Is Yom HaShabbos Ubo B'Sharei Ha'ir Azos Malchim Sorim. If you sanctify the Shabbos properly, they will come in the gates of the city, kings and noblemen. B'Gomer. The Shabbos Amina, and the Shabbos it says, the Dafkuf Yutes, Ashim Shebishar Erotzes Mayim Zochim. What do rich people in other lands, with what do they merit? What do they accomplish merit? B'Shul Shemachayim L'Seh Shabbos. Was the honor of Shabbos. Yosef Mokir Shabbos, and the famous story of Yosef who kept Shabbos precious. These Asher Arbei became very rich on account of his honor of Shabbos. And so to the butcher left every best animal for Shabbos. These Asher became very rich. Come aboard Shabbos is explicit there. Az misinai istabu tzivui polea karaui. Then from Sinai they were commanded the directives of its activities appropriately. Meaning Hagan the Shabbos b'Mara Ivkid, even though Shabbos was given at Mara, Kodem Sinai, Mikom Kondina Shabbos Karoi, but nevertheless the laws of Shabbos as they were finalized and appropriately concluded were given at Mount Sinai. Again, refer to my essay cited above. Ashkenaz, Az Misnai B'chulei B'Titzavein L'Akri B'chulei, the Memara Lo Nifkadu HaKarbanos. According to Nusach Ashkenaz, it's referring to the Karbanos because on Mara there was no command Karbanos. Yesh Pishu Az Misinai K'mo Kodem Sinai. But Yisrael will say that Az Misinai means not at Sinai but before Sinai. Az before Sinai. B'docha Godohu. It's very difficult to say this in Mechvartik, the Parishtim Siyat Ishmael, and it's clear, like we have explained, with God's help. B'chazaras Gimel, B'chazaras Hashatz, when one is repeating the Shemona Esrei by the Shliach Tzibur. Omer Esfarim Kedushas Keser. It's right to say Kedusha with the elaborate version of Keser. Shilamalu Mikol Milos, it's above all levels. Like Keser is above all levels. Shabbos is above all levels. Ashkenazim Na'aritzecha. Ashkenazim say, we adore you. He should say, he should do his keser in chutz l'tzu'il lezeh. It's a fascinating idea. I know that. He should keser, he shouldn't say chutz l'tzu'il, but then, according to this, everybody should be say keser. Also, Ashkenaz. According to the Sephardim, I would say Keser. It says first the Malachim give kedusha and then Am Yisrael. Echel Shalom Arkein. How do you say this? But I mean, Mechun would say Mesel Schun Dein Malachim Omri Mashira Mishmon Am Yisrael. Malachim are not allowed to say Shira until Am Yisrael says Shira down below. Bashira the Kedusha Kaisham, it's talking about this Shira of Kedusha. How you say it together, it's sequential. Yeshua can say the king, the Kvar Yisrael move with Shakris Kedusha. Since I'm so Kedusha already this morning, therefore in Musaf we can all say together Malachim and the Am Yisrael. I am a Kon Kvodo. Where is the place of his honor? Va'ayehu Roshei Tevos shel Zochar es Yom HaShabbos. It is. Yes, the words es Yom HaShabbos. That's cool. So from the Kisvei Arizal, please, fine. Never saw that before either. The Shabbos Nikol Etzein Malchus Shakadosh Baruch Shabbos, the King Shakadosh Baruch Hu is recognized in Mishimakadosh Shabbos to those who sanctify Shabbos Karoi appropriately. On the Madrei Chasim Malachim, and they stand on the same one level with the Malachim Shemagishim Kedusha Gedola, who feel great holiness. Zeshalim Ayem Makom Kevodo, and therefore we ask, where is this place of honor? Ki Zeh Lo Yas Yazeh Lo Maskim Ki En Case Shusayis, but we cannot define. Therefore, we cannot grasp where is the place of his honor, because there is no end limit to God's holiness. When we Kedushas Musaf Shema Yisrael. We say the Shema Yisrael and B'nei Shema Machas is the Nigzor Gzeira, because once there was a decree Shelo Yikos Kriya Shema not to say Shema during davening, meaning Shema Yisrael B'chol Kedusha, and they said Shema Yisrael in every Kedusha in order to substitute for the proper place in davening. Shabbat Gzeira, when the decree was terminated, Tikul Chacham Shel Savadoracham in that generation made Takana Lashira B'Musaf to leave it standing in Musaf. Zikaron, she is by same ways in the roast to commemoration of the miracle of the negation of the decree for generations. In Muslim and Kriya Shema, and the reason why I left in Muslim specifically is because in Muslim there is no Shema. Shabbos, Kriya Shema, but Shabbos already said Shema. Why repeat it in Kedusha? And this is evident from the Orah's Ruach Gadol Siman Num Shem of Shar Shalom Reish Mesivta. Dalit V'Omim Ru Elokeinu V'Lo Acher no. When we say he is God, V'Lo Echad Elokeinu, we don't say God is one. They don't say Echad. We don't say Echad twice in a row. Zeh Achar Zeh, after another, one after another. It'll be similar to Shema Shema, Mokim Mokim. Shatzko, we sometimes we say it twice in a row. Yes, this question of Shnei Pamim Echad, which I've never seen, and evidently they've been eliminated. It says Echad twice, but it's not appropriate. He is our God. And we accept the yoke of his kingship upon us. Who are Binu, he's our father. And all every father wants to fulfill the will of his children. And is that he cannot always do so. But a king does have the wherewithal to do so. Somebody, not just who are Binu, but we say who Mount Kenu. And that's why we are confident that he will save us. So we are assured that he will cause us to hear a second time with his mercy, before everybody, meaning with great fanfare. Moshe would see us in China as it was when we left Egypt. This was fired Muvuario Ser. Arukh seems to have a preference for this fired form of stuff. It says quite more clearly, "Who Yoshin B'Galenu Shenis B'Karov." He will redeem us and save us a second time speedily. And hey, go alti, and we quote a pasuk in this is far. I redeem you a second time like the first time. The Shabbos on the Maskin Nani Gula. And Shabbos in general we mention as the Gula Kamamon Zay Chazal Say Molish Shom Ruchule. The Mali will keep one Shabbos going to two Shabbos going to Bavri, one going to Shamli. Yani Golim then immediately be redeemed. The pasuk Omer, the pasuk says, "Yichol Mar Hashem so Isim Hashem Yishmu Shabbos Osai." So said Hashem to those who are capable of having children, to keep my Shabbos. Gomer Vavasim Har Kochia, bring them into to my holy mountain. Gomer Yeshem Avsikim Ben Yos Lachem Lokim Ben Ani Hashem Elokechem. As the Ruah says, which is common practice today, not to interrupt between Yos Lachem Elokim and Ben Hashem and Ani Hashem Elokechem. Hey, as we said before, we say we adore you, we will sanctify you. Can use the Mesech we so back the design. Lagdim Naritzcha and Nakdishcha. Says in Mesech they say Naritzcha before Nakdishcha. As far as Mishavri so many Nakdishach and Naritzach. They don't say it in Mesech because they follow the lashon of the Navi in Yeshaya also. They'll sanctify the Holy One of Jacob and the God, the Lord of Israel. They will adore. Yeshli's Bonain. Shulchan points out an interesting thing, which I never myself noticed before, of course. All Shabbos is in masculine. Lo nesato, v'lo nichalto. You do not give it. You do not bestow it. In its rest, the uncircumcised will not rest. Musaf Lashon Keva. Musaf focuses on feminine. Latzisa Korban Seha. In other words, the Shabbos is referred to in the morning as masculine, and in the afternoon that's feminine. By Musaf, it's referred to as feminine. Latzisa Korban Seha. We wanted its Korbanos, but it was a Perusheha. Sidrain Sacheha. Ma'angeha. Toa Meha. V'vareh v'chulet. Iki Shabbos Lashon Zachar Lashon Keva, which goes to the Simon Reish Samaches, Ayin Sham. Shabbos be both masculine and feminine. Come, Lam Baruch B'Shachar Skach, Musaf Kach. Why they choose this specific way of doing it? Because Adam Sham, they wrote to B'Yom Lashon Zachar. B'Yom is a masculine. Musaf Amei Atzma Mim V'Shvira Tzisa Bo Chem Nasim Oso Karasa Yanuchu Vo. And in Musaf, we also say, not according to this the Yekas, but according to the other Nuschos, Shvi Yotzisa Bo, last name, and that's the Yomim So Karasa, and Yanuchu Bo, again according to the Yekas, say Yanuchu Bo. So the question is, why the difference? And evidently he doesn't answer it in the text, he says in the brackets, it's because the primary reception of holiness from the influence of the Neshama Sarah is by Musaf. And every receiving is feminine, as is known. It's an interesting idea. That's why perhaps in the afternoon, by Musaf we say he counted with the reverse albase. The kel adon b'shachris b'alabase, and adon is with the direct albase. The Shla and Ramesh Kordovero have difficulty with this the arrangement. Too much because as a sharper the call hipuchu mikvura. Anytime we switch the order, that's gvura, as opposed to chesed, as it is direct. Gvura is reversed because chesed is b'mashkia and gvura is nishpa. So midasa, and this is the midah of musaf, but shachris v'duk. Interesting. Vav achar v'achar musaf shel chazar shas and musaf shel chazar shas omer kaddish sholem. When enkel can repeat makdoros and mishnas hashir sheyavim bring beis hamikdash, all things are printed in the siddur. Taking the zel shnei kavanos. So two reasons why to say hashir sheyavim bring b'mikdash. Achas, one of the scales give Rashi Pirkei Hashir Shebachol Yom B'Shabbos Kodesh. We want to mention the beginnings of each Shir Shel Yom on Shabbos. LaRos L'Shol Shekulam Moshkim Yikos of Shabbos, so that they all draw their flow from Shabbos. Kiyim Makora Bracha, because it's the source of blessing. The Tachlis Yom Shabbos, and the ultimate and purpose of days is Shabbos. Vashem second reason nation Mishnah Zum Mavur the Shabbos Maramez Yom Shkula. Shabbos, the second reason to say mention is because in this Mishnah it says that Shabbos alludes to the day which is eternally Shabbos, and therefore Vashem Shabbos those who keep Shabbos will merit this. For me, Mamar Kol Shana Halachos. It's actually not the extra siddur, but the Ashkenaz it does say in Mosidurim, anybody who learns halachos every day, Tamilchon and Bar Mishalom Ba'olam, then we become an enhanced priest in the world. Yeshu kan Kaddish Rabbanan. Does it say here Kaddish Rabbanan? It's Leinu kan. It's Emerson kan Kaddish. Leinu Kaddish Yosem. That's Leinu. It's not by us, but it's by us today. We do say Kaddish Rabbanan here. V'achar chamim ayin zmio shu shir kadosh v'nal omer b'shabbosos v'yom min tovim shas kedusha shora. And then they say after Leinu and zmios, which is a holy and beautiful song, an appropriate song to say on Shabbos and Yom Tov, where there is great kedusha. Yesh kama shomrim gam shir yichud. There are places which also say the shir yichud, which is one of the other liturgical songs. Then they say the shir shayom and Baldon Olam. We mentioned earlier that Arukh HaShulchan prefer having shir shayom after shacharis. And then you finish with Adon Olam. Okay. Each place for its minute. I guess the ones are yeshiva shouldn't about it. It's not appropriate. It's appropriate to make sure not to say too many kaddish. Turn in the brackets. So Turkos have no again. Ramar b'sfar Mishnah's perek echad. They were a Mishnah, I guess. At the end of it. Brian Bach for Taz Reish Simon Shetorchu b'zeh to understand the Bach and Taz. So Drisha here it says here. Try to explain this. Like about a Mishnah, what it refers to, like about a Mishnah that Shir Shelovim. He was going this Mishnah we're talking about. We could call it Perek L'Shem Echad, and maybe it's called the Perek. It's not Mishnah's Perek Echad means not the Mishnah of one Perek, but rather this Mishnah which is unique with the word Echad. Shulkasuv Asar Pamim Echad. It says 10 times Echad in this Mishnah. Mishnah Achron Tamid, which is the last Mishnah Tamid Ayin Sham. Vav Kasar Tov Shulchan Sif Av Zman Tfilas Muslim Yarachat Tfilas Shachris. Don't Shulchan say that Zman Tfilas Muslim immediately after Shachris. The Zman Matzchil Baboker. The time starts in the morning. Shukanega Markar Musaf because it corresponds to Kar Musaf. Shehu. Let's see what this is like. Zman Tfilas Muslim Yarachat Tfilas Shachris. Zman Matzchil Baboker. Shukanega Kar Musaf. Shizman Miyaboker. The time Muslim is meeting in the morning after the meeting. Sechus the Sechus Yom Asir Pasuk Shneschal Kol Milim Musafik. Now that is a pasuk in human requires a pasuk tells that libations come before musaf. In low, and if not a pasuk, musafim kshem l'kadein, then musafim should have come before musafim. I forgot to see musafim by boker, even though it says by musafim in the morning. Amakar musaf's manam boker, so Yinakar musaf's time is immediately in the morning. Kemsh's manam by boker, its time is in the morning. Tov lagdimam yarachat fil shachris. It's best to say immediately after shachris. Biyad varim means to say that's all from the Torah. Biyad varim the Chora became the Muslim loksiva boker b'yom Shabbos. Means the explanation is what seems it's Muslim doesn't say by boker. It says b'yom Shabbos. Ulashim b'yom amu shul achar and it's in language of yom. seems to, says Yuma says, it seems to indicate that it's later on, the biyom mashu or atzum hayom below bokro, or biyom sounds like when there is strong light of the day and not in the morning. Okay, leave so bogus, that's the case, Muslim should be no good in the morning. Zomer Dimkin Lama Tzich Pasuk Shinasachim Komin. That's why it says if that was the case, why would you need a pasuk and the sun come first? I'm the sun, see my boker. Right, so it says the boker, they should certainly come first before it says biyom. Vadis my Muslim yamba boker. So it must be that the time Muslim is immediately in the morning. So Rama went so far as to say daven Muslim before Shachris you're yotzei. Ches, the thing is daiti advorim tmuim. In my opinion, this is says Arukh HaShulchan, this is astonishing. This is the last question. They answered, Tema, my local my time yuktam davar shenem nemar baboker. Davar shenem bayom. Why don't we say that when the sun comes first because it says that by boker and the sun it says bayom. And anyway, the word the pasuk of zabach and chasachim seems, which would seem to indicate that Musa comes first. It doesn't come to that purpose. It's used to draw a different yasha. Then it's only zeva. It's only come sanctified when the carbon is shechted. It's some menachos. And it seems to me we need this pasuk of this limud that Musachim would have come after Musafim, according to being that Mazichin are claiming Musafim, that the frankincense of the Lechem Ponaganzi for the Muslim, the Lo Mashli Biyom Achar, that according to that we shouldn't learn Biyom means afterwards. Akam Hashem. I'm not sure how that's turned out, but he says the kind of the Musafim Koil Mazichin, we are like Muslim comes before the Mazichin. That's the case. We don't need a pasuk of Musafim because we hold that Musaf comes before the Basichin anyway. And we time we've done by Boker Rubayom. But that's the case. The reason why we don't display Zebel Musachim for Musachim before Bazichin, but we need it so there. But rather, it's because Baboker comes before Bayom. So if that's the case, I'm a little confused here what's going on, but. You said before that according to Taisvis, that we need we need the Zebach and Nesachim to tell us that the Sachim Miskadish B'Shkitas Zebach, and so why do we need the pasuk of Uva? Why do we need the pasuk of B'Yom versus Baboker to teach us that? I'm sorry. He says that according to our position, Musafin, right? So then we need the pasuk of Zebach and Musafin. Tell us that no, that's not the case. I guess for those of us that are something Bezichin. And we should learn that Bayom means afterwards. That Musaf comes afterwards. But now he says we hold anyway that Musaf comes Bezichin, right? So now we have extra the Bayom, because we don't need that pasuk to teach us that. So therefore, the Bayom should come after Raboker. If that's the case, we have the Boker Bayom should come to teach us that you have to daven Shachris before Musaf, just like you have to bring the Musaf after the Korban Tamid. I'm just going to come back to this tomorrow.